Understanding the EU Directive, a guide for English learners. Hello everyone. Today, we're going to explore the term EU Directive. This concept is key in understanding European Union law and its impact on member countries. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just curious about European legal terms, this video will clarify what an EU directive is and why it's important. Before we dive into the EU directive, let's understand what the European Union, EU, is. The EU is a political and economic union of 27 European countries that are located primarily in Europe. It has its own currency, the euro, which is used by 19 of the member countries. The EU operates through a system of supranational institutions and intergovernmental negotiated decisions by the member states. An EU directive is a legal act of the European Union. It is a form of legislation that is binding on member countries. However, unlike EU regulations, which are directly applicable, directives set out goals that all EU countries must achieve. However, it is up to the individual countries to devise their own laws on how to reach these goals. When the EU issues a directive, member states are given a deadline by which they must enact their own laws to achieve the directive's objectives. This process allows for flexibility, as each country can adapt the directive to its own legal system and cultural context. It's important to note that while the goals of the directive are binding, the form and methods are not. To give you a better idea, let's look at some examples. One well-known directive is the Data Protection Directive, which set guidelines for the processing of personal data within the EU. Another example is the Working Time Directive, which sets limits on working hours in the EU to protect workers' health and safety. I hope this video has helped you understand what an EU directive is and how it functions within the European Union. Remember, it's a legal tool that sets goals for member states, providing a blend of uniformity and flexibility across Europe. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more language learning content.